Okay, ultimate analysis. Clear? Now ultimate analysis. Okay, now in ultimate analysis we are actually calculating the carbon and hydrogen only, first thing. Then we are calculating for nitrogen. Third, we are looking for sulfur. Clear? And fourth, oxygen. Okay, in ultimate analysis we are calculating for carbon and hydrogen first, then we'll go for nitrogen, then we'll go for sulfur, then we'll go for oxygen. Clear? Now we'll see. Carbon and hydrogen. Okay, for calculation of carbon and hydrogen we need to liberate CO2 and H2 because they are containing carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so coal is burned most easily. Okay, burning of coal will release CO2 and H2O. Okay, and we can easily calculate carbon and hydrogen content from them. Clear? We have again instruments. Okay, no need to worry about them. Just remember we need to analyze for carbon and hydrogen. Okay, then we'll go for nitrogen content. Okay, if you are burning the coal, okay, you'll get nitrogenous oxides. Okay, and they are hazardous. Okay, some nitrogen oxides are hazardous. Okay, so for this reason we need to analyze for nitrogen content of coal. If you are burning such a coal in your plant, okay, in which you have high nitrogen content, okay, so automatically your environment will get polluted, or you'll have a higher percentage of nitrogen content. Okay, so that it can affect the health of the workers or the officers. Okay, or the all the people, those who are working in the mine, and the people of surrounding area. Okay, so इसको बहुत properly monitor किया जाता है. Like in Chandrapur, let's say, okay, major mining activities are in Chandrapur, coal mining activities. Okay, so you will see the rise of temperature in summers in Chandrapur area. Okay, it's very hot like this. Then sulfur. See, sulfur, you need to monitor sulfur very precisely. Why? Because if your coal is having higher percentage of sulfur, okay, so जो बॉयलर्स होते हैं, ओके, बॉयलर्स की ट्यूब जो होती है उसमें वो जमा हो जाता है. ओके, और उसको खराब कर देता है. Okay, you'll see the sulfur causes corrosion and falling of the boiler tubes. Okay, simply sulfur is damaging the plant or boilers. Okay, if you are using high percent such a coal in which you have high percentage of sulfur, so automatically after some time you will see the damages in your boilers. Okay, then you need to replace the boilers. Right? Okay, so it will add extra cost. Okay, now we have three different types of sulfur present in coal. One is organic sulfur, present in organic compounds of the coal. Okay. Then we have pyrite sulfur, present as a sulfide mineral in coal, principally iron pyrite. You will find pyrite associated with coal deposit. Okay. If this sulfur comes in contact with the groundwater, okay, then you will see the release of sulfuric acid, okay, from mine. There is one term, that is acid mine drainage. There is one term, acid mine drainage. Okay, in many coal mines you will find these coals or coal seams are associated with pyrite, okay, or sulfur. So this sulfur come in contact with the groundwater or rainwater or surface water, okay, and they will form sulfuric acid. Okay, and now this sulfuric acid is flowing from mine inside some, let's say, nalas. Okay, then from nalas to rivers. Okay, so actually this mine or that mines are liberating acid. Okay, but that acid is actually polluting the ground surface as well as water. Okay, so land pollution as well as water pollution from mining activity, from mining activity. Again, mining activity is again necessary because you need 24-hour electricity. Okay, load shedding आपको तो चलेगा नहीं. Okay, so all things are interrelated, but we need to take some precautions so that you can reduce these damages. Okay, so we have some sulfate mineral in coal or associated with coal, then organic sulfur and pyrite. Oh, so you need to properly analyze the sulfur content and try to use such a coal in which you have very less sulfur content. Okay, or you need to process some. You need to work on your coal deposit so that you can reduce the sulfur content. Okay, so this is about sulfur analysis. Then we have last oxygen analysis. Okay.
सर लोअर सल्फर कंटेंट किती असायला पाहिजे एकदम
Yes.
लोअर सल्फर कंटेंट किती असायला पाहिजे
सी दिस परसेंटेज ऑफ सल्फर ये डिपेंड करेगा आप बॉयलर किस क्वालिटी का कैसा यूज करें, है ना. इफ योर माइन ओनर इज वेरी रिच, ओके, और यू हैव ह्यूज इन्वेस्टमेंट, तो वो बहुत एक्सेलेंट क्वालिटी के बॉयलर्स यूज करेंगे. दे विल यूज एक्सेलेंट क्वालिटी ऑफ बॉयलर्स. ओके, तो उन बॉयलर्स में हम थोड़ा हायर सल्फर परसेंटेज को भी एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो दैट विल डिपेंड ऑन द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स और क्वालिटी ऑफ द बॉयलर्स.
ओके सर
So, but in normal case, you will see here the total sulfur content in steam coal used for electricity generation should not exceed maximum 1% on air dried basis. Okay. Again, maximum value will depend on the local emission regulations. Okay. Means there are different environmental laws in different states. Okay. So based on that laws, ये level भी vary करेगा. Okay. Like in for cement industry, total sulfur content up to 2% is permissible. Okay, like this. It will vary. For steel production, you will see maximum 0.8% is permissible. Like this. Okay. Then last clear. Then last thing is calculation about oxygen. Oxygen is a component of many organic and inorganic compound. You know that. Okay. And coal as well as the moisture content. In moisture content, you have oxygen. In coal, you have organic content. Then you have oxygen. Okay. In coal, you have oxidized plant debris, means you have oxygen. Okay. Then, so organic material, everything is containing oxygen. And oxygen is important thing for indicator of rank. Okay. You know the relation between hydrogen and oxygen contained in Van Crevelen diagram. Okay. So oxygen is traditionally determined by subtracting the amount of other element. Okay. You can subtract percentage of other element from the 100% and you will get remaining percentage of oxygen. Okay, clear. Because other element को आपने analyze कर लिया, you analyzed other element completely. Now subtract from 100% and the remaining quantity or the remaining value of percentage is for oxygen. Clear. So in ultimate analysis, we are analyzing for carbon, hydrogen, then nitrogen, then for sulfur, and then for oxygen. Clear. And in proximate analysis, what we are doing? We are analyzing for volga,
moisture, ash,
total
fixed
moisture,
carbon,
ash,
volatile
fixed
matter,
carbon, and volatile. Correct. Clear.
volatile.
Clear. So this is about ultimate and proximate analysis. Clear. Now next important thing is coal oxidation. यहाँ तक कोई doubt? Any doubt up to this? क्लियर? आगे बढ़े। अरे सबका डाटा खत्म हो रहा है, ये कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं हुआ। वाह वाह, जाने दो। सी, ओके, आगे बढ़े। नेक्स्ट थिंग इज कोल ऑक्सीडेशन. Now tell me, is it good or bad? Coal oxidation. You know oxidation. What is oxidation? Anyone definition of oxidation? Okay, when your material comes in contact with oxygen, okay, it will oxidize simply. Okay, means what? Like फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप सब्जी को समर में फ्रिज में रखना भूल गए, तो क्या हो जाएगा? आपकी सब्जी खराब हो गई. ओके, दैट इज ऑक्सीडेशन. ओके, यू विल गेट फॉल ऑर्डर. ओके, लिटिल बिट चेंज इन कलर, थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही दिन बाहर रख दिया तो, लाइक दिस. ओके, दिस इज नथिंग बट द one of the example of oxidation. Okay, chemical, if you see, there is a loss of oxygen during oxidation. Okay, now exposure of coals to weathering in the atmosphere or by oxygenated groundwater, okay, result in the oxidation of organic and inorganic constituent of coal. Oxidation reduces the coal quality by altering the chemical and physical properties of the coal. In particular, the calorific value is lowered and caking is eliminated. Means coal is not able to produce coke. Okay, if coal is not able to produce coke, then that coal is not able, we are not able to use that coal for steel industry, which is the major requirement. Then there is also a loss of floatability during the washing of the coal. हमको कोल को वॉश करना पड़ता है, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था हमको शावर से पास करना पड़ता है. ओके, सो कोल को वॉश भी करना पड़ता है, सो दैट कचरा जो है वो रिमूव हो जाए. ओके, लाइक दिस. क्लियर? Okay, so this coal oxidation, okay, is very dangerous. One thing, it is degrading the quality of coal. Okay, also due to the oxidation, जो कोल जो है वो आग पकड़ लेता है, इट कैचेस फायर. ओके, और अगर एक बार कोल माइन में आग लग गई तो वो 100 साल तक जलती है, लाइक इन झरिया. ओके, आई थिंक यू नो अबाउट द कोल फायर्स इन झरिया कोल फील्ड. ओके, 100-112 साल हो गए वो जल रही है, पर हम उसको बुझा नहीं सकते. नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया, you'll find this such type of examples in entire world. Okay, in some mines 150 सालों से आग लगी हुई है, हम उसको बुझा नहीं सकते, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एबल टू restrict oxygen. How we are able to suppress that fire? Okay, I'll show you some pictures about this. Thankfully we have Google. Yeah, see this. Okay, in many places this is the result of oxidation. किसी ने आग नहीं लगाई. ओके, ड्यू टू ऑक्सीडेशन. ओके, समर्स में वगैरह ऑटोमेटिकली आग पकड़ लेते. ओके, एंड एवरीवेयर यू हैव कोल, जलते जाएगा. so automatically you will lose good quality of coal. Okay, then again another risk, pollution. थर्ड रिस्क, ये क्या करेगा, जमीन के अंदर का कोल को बर्न कर देगा, अंदर ही अंदर, आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. ओके, और लेट से कोल डिपॉजिट आप इधर से माइन कर रहे थे एंड फ्रॉम वन साइड आपका लोकेलिटी है, विलेज है, रेलवे ट्रैक्स है, और नीचे से अंदर का कोल पूरा बर्न हो गया. ओके, तो यू विल सी सम सब्सिडेंस. ओके, कहीं पे एकदम एकदम से जमीन धंस गई नीचे, such incidents. Okay, so there are variety of risk due to this thing. Okay, why this is happening? Just because of the oxygen, and we are not able to control oxygen. Then second thing, water. Okay, because in water you have oxygen again, and again we are not able to control the groundwater. If you are penetrated water table, तो पानी तो रहेगा ही. Also rain water है in open cast mine. Okay, so these are the actually hazards you can say. Now what we are doing? Okay, अगर कहीं पे burning शुरू हो गई तो what we are doing? Actually we are trying to collect that burning coal and immediately we are dumping that coal into the boiler. तो जितना भी heat capacity बचा होगा, so that we can utilize. Okay, because we are working with the JCBs, we can do that if possible in some places, not everywhere, in every place. Okay. थोड़ा पैसा बचा कमाया जा सके, like that. So this is about coal oxidation. Clear? Any doubt up to this?
झरिया कोर आज भी फायर में है क्या?
आज भी है. 112 या 115 साल हो गए लगभग चल रहा है. ओके, ऐसे बहुत सारी माइंस है इन एंटायर वर्ल्ड. क्लियर? ओके, आगे बढ़े. Okay, now we have to see the coal deposits. Okay, now we have to see the coal deposits of India or coal in India. In India, we have two types of coal. Okay, one is your Gondwana coal. Okay, bromocarboniferous. Okay, and another one is lignite, that is tertiary coal. Okay, major two variety of coal we are having. Okay, so our Gondwana coal is of good quality. Okay, up to bituminous level. Okay, or subbituminous level, you can say. Okay, so in India, coal is found in two geological periods. One is your mostly lower Gondwana, okay, Permian or Permo-Carboniferous, and second one is your lignite, that is tertiary coal. Okay, range from Eocene to Miocene. And 98% of India's total coal production comes from lower Gondwana coal. Okay, actually lignite is contributing very less, but that 2% is बहुत ज़्यादा. We have lignite mines in Rajasthan and in Tamil Nadu. Okay, and now recently Odisha may be lignite mining. Not lignite mining actually. Neveli started mining for bituminous in Odisha also. अभी तक Neveli is only situated up to Tamil Nadu and in Rajasthan. Now they are expanding. Okay, then we have lower Gondwana group. Okay, so in Damuda group we have Barakar and Raniganj coalfields. Okay, they are representing bituminous to subbituminous quality. Okay, ash content of Gondwana coal is little bit high, from 15% to 30%. Okay, but still it is valuable. Okay, then we have various coal fields in different states. Okay, just try to read it once. Okay, like in Andhra Pradesh, different mines, and we have so many thousands of coal mines. Actually, we are not able to remember each and every mine, but still you can remember some mines. Okay, if you try, like Tandur Kanla, then in North Godavari, Jangao, Chinnur, Sandrapalli, Kamram, Bandala, Alapalli, Lingala, Singreni, then Kothagudem, Damarchirla, Kanegeli, Gil, then Betadunuri, Gaviri Devi Peta, etc. and etc. Okay, from language you can understand or you can predict, okay, the locality, so that उतना भी आपको आइडिया आ गया, that is important. Okay, like कोठागुडम, okay, मैच द पेयर में कोठागुडम मिल गया, so you can easily, अगर आंध्र प्रदेश ऑप्शन में है तो you can predict, okay, like this. Then Assam, we have Abor, Aka, Dafla mines, okay. Then in Bihar and Jharkhand we have Damodar Valley, okay. In Raniganj, Jharia, Chandrapura, Bokaro, it is very famous. Then Ramgarh, we'll see some famous mines like Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro, okay. Then we have Ramgarh, Karanpura. Then Devghar, we have Kundif. Then Shahajuri, Jainti. In Hazaribagh area, we have Girdiha, Chowk, Itkhori. Then in Palamu area, we have Auranga, Uttar, Daltonganj. Okay. Then again in Rajmahal area, you have Pura, Giloria, Jilbari, Chuparvita, Panchwara, Brahmani. In Orissa, you have Talchir fields. Okay. Ivy River, Rampur, or Hingir. Then MP Chhattisgarh, Tatapani, Ramakona, Jhilimili, Chirimiri, Jhagrakund. All these are the different names of mines. Okay. Kurasia, Koragarh, Bisrampur. Okay. Then Bansar, Lakhanpur, Panchgani, Damhamunda, Sendurgarh. ओके इसलिए मैं लिख के नहीं दे रहा, आई विल शेयर दिस मटेरियल, ओके। मैच द पेयर में याद रह गया तो आप मैच द पेयर कर सकते, thousands of names are there, okay. Then in South Chhattisgarh you have Hasdev, Rampur, Korba, Raigadmand, Kankani. Rewa area you have Singrauli, again this famous one. Kora, then Umaria, again famous one. Johila, Suhagpur. Then in Satpura area you have Mohapani, Sanada, Shahapur, Tawa, Bilhara, Patharkhera, Babanwara, Kanhan, famous one. Pench Valley, okay, Kanhan तो सबको पता है. Pench Valley, Damodar Valley in West Bengal, then Raniganj, Dombra, okay, Dilsa, Barjora, then Darjeeling area, Bagarkot, okay, Tindaria. In UP you have Kota, then in Maharashtra you have Wardha very coalfields, okay, Bandara, Varora, Hukus, Telwasa, Chanda, okay, in Chandrapur, Bellarpur, then Vamanpal, okay, Antargaon, Akshapur, Sasti Rajura, Kamti coalfields. Then in Sikkim you have Rangit Valley or Ranjit Valley, like this. So all these are different coal fields of India. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see some important coal field like Jharia, Bokaro. Okay, like that in little bit detail. Okay, so this is about Gondwana coal. This is only Gondwana coal. I'm not talking about lignite deposit. This is just a lower Gondwana coal field. Again, we have some coal deposits in upper Gondwana also. Okay, very few, but they are still there. Okay, so this is about coal in India. Okay, if possible, try to remember, at least try to remember the famous mines, famous coal mines like Jharia, Bokaro, Raniganj, okay, Singrauli, okay, Kothagudam, okay, Wardha Valley coalfields, like this, Kamti, Kanan, Pench, etc. etc. Clear? Then we have last topic for today, that is Neveli lignite field. Okay, because this is important lignite deposit. Neveli lignite field. Okay, again situated in Tamil Nadu. Neveli lignite field. Okay. First, I will write succession here. Okay. So in the basement, we have Archean intrusions. Like doderites, pegmatites, granitoids, and gneiss. Above which we have Cretaceous Rialur formation. Okay. In this formation, we have some shale limestone. So you have shale, limestone, okay, etc. Okay, you have unconformity. Above which you have Eocene formation. Here you have black clays, shales, sandstone. And again, you have unconformities. Then above which you have Miocene. Low formation. This is important. Okay. Why? Because we are actually mining lignite from this formation. Okay. कई बार questions पूछते हैं. Okay. From Gaddalore formation in Neveli, Tamil Nadu. In this formation, you have alluvium, soil, lignite. Okay. Laterite, cables. Okay. Concur is your hard calcareous material. Okay. Soil है calcareous soil है जो hard हो गए like to the crust. Okay. Concur, etc. Okay. So this is actually broad succession for Neveli field, Neveli lignite. Okay. So important formation is Kaddalore formation. Okay, so this field is situated actually from Neveli station, 43 kilometers from Neveli station in the west of Kaddalore district. Sorry, in Kaddalore from South Harcourt district. I will write here. Situated in Kaddalore, South Harcourt district. Clear? That actually this is open cast mine. Okay, in Neveli, Tamil Nadu. Okay, this very big mine and open cast mine. Okay, but we have one serious or major problem here, that is groundwater problem. Actually, in that area of this lignite field, we have artesian aquifers. Okay, what is artesian aquifers? You can say aquifers are nothing but water bearing formation, and artesian aquifers means that groundwater is present under pressure. Okay, so if you penetrate this artesian aquifer, so your groundwater will come on the surface very forcefully. Okay, like a pump, because that water in artesian aquifer is under pressure. Okay, pressure के अंदर means the water trapped between impermeable beds, ऐसे बेड जिसमें से पानी पास नहीं हो सकता. Okay, this is for jam people actually, because MSc people know what is artesian aquifer. Okay, so understood? Any doubt in artesian aquifer? So actually groundwater in under pressure or trapped between impermeable beds. Okay, so if you accidentally or somehow penetrated this artesian aquifer, you will get good quality of water and with high pressure. Okay, forcefully they will come on the surface. Okay, so आपकी वेल अगर आर्टिशियन एक्वीफर में है तो वो कभी ड्राई नहीं. ओके, इन नॉर्मल एक्वीफर आपकी वेल ड्राई हो सकती है, लाइक दैट. So due to the artesian condition or artesian groundwater condition, okay, we are here we are getting very high and huge quantity of groundwater. Okay, तो इतना पानी आता है माइन में कि माइन ही डूब जाती है. Okay, so if continuously if you are mining, okay, पानी आ जाएगा, माइन again flood हो जाएगा. Okay, so how we are going to work here? But we have very huge deposit of lignite. Okay, and we need to produce the electricity. So what we are doing, okay, we are actually using high horsepower pumps. Very high means you can say जितने सबसे बड़े और सबसे ज्यादा हॉर्स पावर किर्लोस्कर बनाता है. Okay, Kirlos pump, one of the best quality of pumps we have in India. Okay, सिंगापुर में एक बार एक बहुत बड़ा इशू हुआ था, उसमें भी हमने भेजे थे किर्लोस्कर में. Okay, समाज सेवा के तौर पर तो बहुत प्रोत्साहन मिला था इंडिया को उसके लिए, लाइक दिस. Okay, so we are using very high horsepower pump to extract that water. Okay, उन pumps का use कर रहे हैं हम और वो पानी को फेंक रहे हैं या remove कर रहे हैं from mines. Okay, and then we are mining for lignite. अगर गलती से 1 घंटा भी आपने पंप बंद कर दिए, ओके, तो माइन डूब जाती है. So you need to remove that water continuously 24 hours, and then you have to work. Okay, you need to wear gumboots, टोंगड़ापर्यंत up to your knees. You need to wear that gumboots. देखे क्या gumboots कीचड़ में काम करने के लिए? Yeah, okay, that gumboots. Okay, अपने घुटनों तक आएंगे, वैसे वो पूरा बूट पहनने पड़ते हैं heavy. Okay, और फिर then you need to work on in swampy areas. Okay, if needed, तैर के वगैरह नहीं जाना पड़ता. Like that. Okay, so removing that water, okay, or throwing that water 24/7 is very difficult task. Okay, and then you need to extract the coal deposit again. That using that coal, you need to run your plant and produce electricity. Okay, but this is in Neveli, this mine is very well established. Okay, yeah. So that pumps actually they are pumping water 42,000 gallons per minute. Okay, 42,000 gallons per minute. Okay, it's very huge quantity. Okay, we cannot stop that pumps. अगर बंद करोगे तो फ्लड आ जाएगी, डूब जाएगी पूरी. So mining is difficult, but manage कर दिया है, and we are doing it successfully without any loss of life. Okay, so this is about Neveli lignite deposit. Yeah, what you need to remember here, कड्डालोर फॉर्मेशन. बहुत बार ये फॉर्मेशन का नाम ही पूछा गया है एंड इसकी एज पूछी गई. ओके, सो इन ब्रॉड वे यू कैन से lignite is tertiary coal. Okay, and what is the age of this formation? This is Miocene, and we are mining this coal from Kaddalore. Okay, clear? So this is about Neveli lignite deposit. Okay, very small part is remaining, but in tomorrow morning we'll see some little coal fields. Okay, like Jharia, Bokaro, etc. Okay, then we'll finish our coal geology. Then we'll move on petroleum geology or fuel geology. Okay. Any doubt up to this? एक्चुअली काफी डिटेल में कोल जियोलॉजी को भी कवर कर लिया है फॉर ऑब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम. यू नीड टू रेफर लैरी थॉमस फॉर कोल जियोलॉजी और फॉर इंडियन एग्जाम्पल डी चंद्रा. वी हैव लॉरी थॉमस, डी चंद्रा तो है नहीं, तो कहीं जेरोक्स सेंटर में मिल सकती है, उनके पास रहती है स्कैन कॉपी. और नोट्स मैंने वैसे भी लैरी थॉमस से बनाए, तो सेम है, नो इश्यूज.